Hello everyone. I have not done an update on this side of the garden in a while, so let's do a quick update here. What you see in front of you right now is distant drum rose. It has been putting on a lot of flowers and new growth. Look at that bloom. Look at the color, how intense is that? Even though the bloom is tiny, but look at the color. And there are so many blooms here. Of course, don't compare to the springtime. And I also wanted to talk about as far as expectation, comparison, and all those things that make rose gardening journey a lot less joyful. So in my experience in the past years, before I realized that I needed to change my outlook on my expectation, was during the springtime everything looked so green, nice, had big blooms and all that, but then by the summer times, some roses did not bloom or have like tiny blooms like this, and I just didn't like the way that everything turned out. Like, oh gosh, these are so tiny and not having that not that big, or just not pretty in my standard, right? So that quickly puts me down the path of unhappy and not really enjoy rose gardening anymore during summertime. And then I realized that that's not the way that I should continue in order to enjoy this, is to first face situation as it is, right? We cannot change external factors. We cannot change Mother Nature. We cannot force her to send the rain or anything like that. So accept what is, which is a very hard step to do, but it needs to be done, is to accept as is, and then set a new outlook, right? And once I was able to do that, then I start looking at these blooms. Like, they are actually unique. I mean, they are not ugly in any way, completely different, but they are still beautiful in their own way. And the most important thing is they are still putting on a lot of efforts to trying to bloom despite this really, really challenging summer heat. And as we all know, especially if you live in Texas or anywhere in the south where you don't get a lot of rain this year, you know that it has been very tough with us like humans to be out here for even a minute or two. It is very tough, and let alone these plants. I'm not talking just roses only, but all the plants, everything in nature, wildlife and all those, they, especially plants, they cannot get up and leave and go into a room with air conditioner, so they are pretty much under this hot blazing sun all day long every day, yet they are still trying to do what they do best, is to bloom, right? So I do have a lot of appreciation for them, period. And since then, that really changed my outlook, and I start to embrace, okay, whatever they give, I'll just appreciate. I'll take whatever that they are willing to give, and that completely made me feel a lot better, and not get angry yet when things just don't turn out the way that I expect, or in order to match my standard or whatever that was, or even compare my roses, how my roses look compared to those who grow in different climate. Because the reality is, this is where I live and this is just the way the weather is. So embrace the unique condition, unique beauty. That is beautiful. So this whole bush right here on distant drum, a few weeks ago, oh my goodness, just the entire bush had the foliage just like that, right? And then it dropped a lot of foliages and then pushed out new growths right now, as you can see. And I did fertilize with fish fertilizer maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. And I put another video on the how to boost the roses after the summer as well. So you can click on that video. I'm going to include the link on the top right corner, so you can click to check that one out, because that may help boost them a little bit after the hot summer month. So definitely looks much better. And that one right here, sparkle and shine, just finished another flush but not doing anything right now. And I have pink peas over there, you can see. So for pink peas, I just plant that in the ground in the spring. It has been in a pot for a long time, so it is trying to establish, and of course it has been suffering this summer too, but looks like it is hanging in there, and it has blooms, and looks like on the top it has another bud over there too. So here's what they look like right now. And of course there's a lot of weeds that at some point I am going to start cleaning up when the weather is a little cooler. And then on this side right here, Belinda blush, look at that. It just this whole summer did not bloom that much, but here's the flowers, still young. I think it's a year and a half. And as far as the foliages of my roses this year, all of them, every single one of them, have the damages from thrips. So in the past, I used to defoliate and throw these away, but this year it has been so hot and the damage is just all over the place. If I strip these, they are going to be completely naked, and I don't want to put them in more stress right now. So I just, you know what, let's see what happens. So I just leave the foliage just like that, and that probably will go against the experts' advice, because they say to try to get rid of those foliages in order to knock down the populations. But I'm going to go with my gut instinct. And so far this whole summer, everything, all the roses still hanging in there. So I will report back by the end of summer or next spring how they do. But this year the thrip damages are just horrendous. And right over here I have Cathedral Bell. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Cathedral Bell. So this rose has been blooming here and there. It is new. I just added to my garden this spring. The colors has been quite stunning even in this heat, but of course just like all other roses suffer from heat, and it has thrip damages as well. Nothing new, right? So on this side of the garden right here, still have a few roses blooming. Still have Evelyn over here that just finished her flush, and she has 2 more. 2 more flowers over here, but look at Princess Charlene de Monaco over here. She's been putting on quite a few. This one is spent bloom, been getting really tall, and of course have thrip damages, so I have a few buds over here. Isn't that pretty? That is so beautiful. And another bud over here, and of course deformed leaves, none new there. That is so pretty. And I don't know if I'm going to prune any. I guess depends on the weather. By September, maybe in a week, see if I want to do the light pruning or wait. So that bloom has been open for a few days, and right over there, if you can see, has a few more buds over there and over there. And I have all dressed up over here that is still hanging, and a lot of basil around here. In this section, there must be something about this section right here that kind of helps, because all 3 roses look pretty green compared to the rest of the garden, even though the basil gets so tall, gets really tall. So in conclusion, I know it has been a very tough summer, and if you are new to growing roses, I know a lot of people feel so discouraged this year, and there's most likely you didn't do anything wrong. It just, weather has been tough, and as you can see, my roses are not perfect. I mean, some of them look pretty bad. I need to show you my Roald Dahl one day. I think that one looks really bad. Like, I didn't know if it's going to make it, but now it pushed out some new growth, which is a good thing. So don't expect the roses to look all nice, perfect, healthy during this time if they're still hanging in here, still alive. Even though they are not blooming, it's okay. It's not realistic to expect them to look their best, because we cannot even look our best under this crazy heat. So be gentle with them, be gentle with yourself, and this weather, it's going to pass. It has been feels like a long summer with no rain, but it's not going to last forever. And I think since this summer, maybe since July and August, only got rain twice. And other than that, there has been weeks with triple digits temperature. So I completely understand how frustrated that must be, but once again, nothing that we can do to control Mother Nature. If you can water, then do what you can. I still stick with my watering schedule of every other day, not every day, because otherwise my water bill, I can't imagine how much that would be if I water every day. So I keep my schedule the same. All right, I hope that all of you stay cool, stay healthy in this weather, and let's hope and pray that we are going to get some rain and cooler weather pretty soon. So have a great day.